Hi Taurus, my name is Sansi and I will be doing your April reading right now. I pulled, well, of course, the Rider-Waite that I always use, pulled a couple cards from there, and then I pulled a medicine card for you and a yes or no, and then also just a little bonus card that probably no one else is going to get. Because your reading was just, it wasn't like real heavy, just so serious feeling, about a decision that you need to make. Um, but, well, let's just get started and, we'll go from there. But the bottom of the deck, which is just an overall clarifier, was the devil. And I wrote, oh, and also it's card number 15, so, which equals a 6. So 15 or 6 might mean something to you, a date or something like that. And I wrote I do this completely on my intuition alone. So I write everything down for those of you that it might be new. And then we'll go to the Learning Tarot and I'll read from that card to you too for extra clarification. And it always backs up my reading. So it coincides and everything is good, okay? But I've always just read just completely on my intuition, okay? So what I wrote was some long-term marriage that is not necessarily happy anymore. And others of you are thinking of getting married. But you're not totally romanticizing the idea. You know how you get giddy and you're thinking just all good things, But this person is thinking of the good and the bad, right? So not totally romanticizing the idea, but also thinking logically, knowing full well there will be good times, but realistic enough to know there will also possibly be bad times, right? Or life challenges. Either way, it fits your circumstances. Nobody is making a move to take off the chain, right? Which they freely could do so. So you got these chains around your neck. You could reach up and take them off and be free, but you're not doing that. You're just standing there complacent, like, well, I don't know, here we are, sort of feeling, but not doing anything about it, which is perfectly fine, and that's what you should be doing right now. Just don't do anything about it. This card also represents addictions of all kinds. So if you have any addictions, alcohol, drugs, whatever it is, you might be mindful of that. But I don't have a bad feeling. I don't have a bad feeling like I would normally have with this card. It just feels serious and feels like hangman mode, like the hangman card, like you're just in limbo right now, not really knowing what to do. So you're just thinking about it for now. You're just thinking about this union. I might add, there is no feeling of urgency, so take your time. No need to rush into life-changing agreements or divorce or disagreements, right? This card is from the bottom of the deck, so it's just a clarifier over the whole reading, okay? But look, you're just standing there. Yeah, just standing there. Oh, you know what? I'm not sure I'm supposed to show these parts. I probably should take this down. Other people have been getting flagged or something. I don't know why, because it's just barely any little drawing. But anyway, I probably shouldn't have left that up there. And, I got a permanent marker out. I was going to mark it out. But, this deck is 46 years old. I just don't really want to mark it up, So I'm kind of... My decision is conflicted too, as far as that goes. So, okay, let's read from the Learning Tarot, and it looks like that. I'm not going to hold it up there too long, just, I don't want to be in trouble. Okay, so on the side it says, I am not a puppet. Um, okay, and the first word is addiction, so be careful of addiction. Depression, mental health issues, ego, secrecy, obsession, cheating, dependency, bondage, materialism, sexuality, powerlessness, hopelessness, abuse, violence, assault, finding it hard to let go, the power of negative thinking. So take whatever words, fit you and leave the rest, because they're not all going to fit you, right? And it has Leo energy. And let me look up these symbols. I don't want to show the card again, just in case. Okay, one of the symbols is Saturn, which is responsibility and discipline. And the top symbol is I have, which is the root chakra, right? Where everything begins, right? So I think this is all I got. Let me just look again. I just had the definite feeling that, some people have been married a long time, and then another group of you are thinking about getting married. But everything is fine. I just don't have a bad feeling right now. So that's good, right? And then the second card I pulled was the Seven of Cups. And so the number 7 might mean something to you. Of course, this is a lot of choices, right? Some good, some bad. You are undecided on what you really want. And the word scared came into my mind in bold letters. Like it was just like scared. And then undecisive came right after that. So I feel like you're just scared, You're scared to make a decision one way or another, which is perfectly fine and also perfectly normal, especially when it's a life-changing decision. You're not just deciding, what kind of coffee you want that day or something, This is about marriage and union. Again, no need to rush. Take your time until you feel really good about the situation. It's okay and normal to feel scared about life-changing decisions. Pray on it, meditate on it, ask the angels for help, because they will help. Just say you're having a hard time deciding or whatever, or you're feeling a little apprehensive or scared, and just to help you with that, and they will. I think you know exactly what you want. You know exactly what you want. You're just scared to make a decision at this point. And it's okay. It's okay to feel how you're feeling. Right now, I just want to give you a big hug. I really do. I just want to give you a big hug and tell you it's all going to be all right, And we all have to make big decisions in our lives sometimes. And thank God that you don't have to rush and make a decision, right? Because the rushed decisions are a lot more devastating. We all tend to over dramatize things and think the worst, when rarely does the worst ever happen, right? I do this all the time. I just think the absolute worst, and then usually it falls somewhere in between. It's not near as bad as my mind conjured up that it was going to be. Tauruses are super smart and logical, so I don't feel it will be long before you put this in perspective, right? Right now, you're just kind of on the edge, a little bit, what is the word? I can't think of the word right now. You're just a little bit Oh, I'm not going to be able to think of it. It's not, the train's not coming back around. But anyway, you're just on the edge, right? You're on the edge. You're about to like really over dramatize it. But don't do that. Just pull back. Pull back the reins. It's going to be all right. And it's not going to be near as bad as you think either way. You know, even after the decision, it's going to be all right. So I think it's fine. Don't worry. Don't worry, be happy. That song just came in my mind. Don't worry, be happy. Okay, and the Learning Tarot, it says dreams up here. So pay attention to your dreams, and because that can give you a lot of extra clarity. It says lots of options, choices, multiple possibilities, opportunities, picking and choosing, decisions, procrastination, dreaming, fantasy, illusion, wishful thinking, imagination, hallucinations, and meditation. And I think that's exactly what you need, is to meditate on this. This is the symbol for Scorpio. It says no down here if you have a question in your mind. And let me look up these symbols real quick. Well, this one is Venus, which is love and pleasure. And let me look this one up. Is I can, which is the solar plexus. So now you got the root chakra and the solar plexus. That's right. Or you carry stress usually, right? So you might be stressing a little bit about this. But there's no need to stress, and you have time. You have time to decide. There's no rush at all. And then out of the medicine cards, I'm going to read this to you. It might take a minute. I pulled 14, the dog. And I wrote, 14 equals 5, right? 1 plus 4 is 5. Dog is definitely man's best friend, right? They're smart, loyal, obedient, loving, and protective. And I feel this is you. This is your energy. It's not the other person's energy. This is your energy. So you are smart, loyal, obedient, loving, and protective, just like a dog is. Dogs are just the best. I've had dogs my whole life, and I just love them. So let me read this to you. I'll try to hold this up while I read it. Makes it a little harder, but bear with me. Dog, you are so noble until the bitter end. Your medicine is the teaching of true and loyal friends. Oh, here, let me pull back a little bit. All of the Southwest and Plains Indian tribes had dogs. These noble animals would often give warning signals of approaching danger. They helped in the hunt and were a great source of warmth on long winter nights. Since the canine tribe has many breeds, early Indian dogs were usually half wild. This wildness, however, never divested the owners of their dog's innate loyalty. Dog has been considered the servant of humanity throughout history. If a person carries dog medicine, he or she is usually serving others or humanity in some way. Here you will find the charity worker, the philanthropist, I can't say that word, but you know what I mean, the nurse, the counselor, the minister, and the soldier. Dog was a servant soldier that guarded the tribe's lodges from surprise attack. Dog is a medicine that embodies the loving gentleness of best friend and the half-wild protector energy of territorial imperative. Like Anubis, the jackal dog protector of Egypt, Dog is a guardian. Throughout history, Dog has been the guardian of hell as well as of ancient secrets, hidden treasures, and babies, while mothers were cooking or in the fields. Dog honors its gift and is loyal to the trust placed in its care. In examining dog medicine, you might find that you have fond personal memories of owning and loving a loving dog as a pet. The message that dogs are trying to give you is that you must delve deeply into your sense of service to others. Canines are genuinely service-oriented animals and are devoted to their owners with a sense of loyalty that supersedes how they are treated. Isn't that so true? If dog has been yelled at or paddled, it still returns love to the person who was the source of its bad treatment. This does not come from stupidity, but rather from a deep and compassionate understanding of human shortcomings. It is as if a tolerant spirit dwells in the heart of every canine that asks only to be of service. You can also see dogs that have had the loyalty beaten out of them. They cower and cry at the slightest look of disapproval, but this is not their normal nature. Some varieties of dogs have been trained against their natures to be brutal and vicious. Out of a sense of service, these breeds have adopted the attack-oriented desires of their owners. They carry an altered genetic memory of what service means if they are to be approved by their masters. Dog medicine asks you to look at how rapidly your sense of loyalty is countermanded by your need for approval. If you have pulled the dog card, there are several questions you need to consider, depending on the situation about which you are asking. Number 1, have I recently forgotten that I owe my allegiance to my personal truth in life? Number 2, is it possible that gossip or the opinions of others have jaded my loyalty to a certain friend or group? Number 3, have I denied or ignored someone who is trying to be my loyal friend? Number 4, have I been loyal and true to my goals? So that's it for dog. But dogs are loyal, and I feel like it represents you, and you have the dog spirit, and that you are loyal and giving and loving and caring. So you deserve that in return, right? With a significant other, husband, wife, whatever. You deserve that in turn. You know, you should give and take, not just give, because your well will run dry and then there will be nothing left to give, okay? So just keep that in mind. So far it's definitely about, you know, a relationship. And then I pulled yes or no. And I pulled no, so let me read that to you. Long-awaited events flow into your life like a warm, murmuring stream of cleansing water. It envelopes you in a captivating sense of grandiose possibilities and significant changes. You don't allow life to happen to you. You allow life to happen for you. So that's good. And then if no, so I'll read if no. Haste will not work out for you. Oh, see, that goes back to my intuition. Don't rush. Don't rush. Haste will not work out for you. Only willpower and a talented, thoughtful approach can provide you with a warrior's cunning. True warriors never fear competition. They are made stronger by it. In 1 to 2 months, unprecedented opportunities begin opening up for you. How about that? 1 to 2 months. So that gives you long enough to think things over, mull things over, a little bit longer before you decide exactly what you're going to do, right? It's perfect. So then, since it was such a serious reading, I was, I just felt guided to pull you an extra card out of the Love Tarot. And this is the one I pulled. I wanted to put this back, but I didn't. because it's not my reading, it's Spirit's reading through me, right? So I just can't make this up. But anyway, it says playing games. This is a game to me. The way I'm acting, responding, or posting it to get your attention. So someone is playing games, but then again, it's not serious. Like, they might be trying to make you jealous or something like that. But they're not serious. They're just trying to pull your chain, right? They're just trying to poke the bear, trying to get a reaction out of you. Oh, I don't know what that was. Anyway, I apologize. But so I don't know what's going on, but maybe this fits some of you. It probably won't fit all of you because it is a general read, right? But it will definitely fit someone here. So anyway, okay guys, this is your April reading, and good luck with your decision. Take your time. You have time, so take it. And, you know, just really think things over before you, you know, make any life-changing decisions, all right? And you will, you know what you want. I think you're just scared. You just need time to get a little courage and take that first step. All right? Okay, guys, have a good one, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye-bye.